Hey guys, welcome to Red Eye Survival. Today I thought I'd do a video on how to make a small leather pouch. Alright, so let's get to it. Well, what I have here is a small sewing kit. And I'll break down some of the items I have in here. I have artificial sinew, several different size needles, a pair of scissors, and a bone awl that I had made a while back. And I'm sure some of you guys will recognize these squirrel hides from some of my previous hunting and trapping videos. The leather pouch I'm wanting to make today, I want to be using squirrel leather. But you guys can use any kind of leather you have laying around. Same techniques will apply to any kind of leather. I'm wanting to make a small ammo pouch for my slingshot, and I'm actually going to leave the fur on the inside to help muffle, because I have steel bearings for ammo, and if I'm chasing a squirrel or just moving through the woods, I don't want them clanking around, so I'm going to leave the fur on the inside to help kind of muffle some of that. Alright, the next step here is to cut out your pieces of leather. It's going to make your front and the back. And something I like to do is I cut out a piece of cardboard about the size of the pouch that I'm wanting, and I use that as a template to cut out my pieces. That way I know the front and back piece are going to match up pretty darn good. Alright, whenever you're ready to go ahead and make your cuts, get a pencil or a pen and just kind of lightly trace your template. I didn't have either one of those, so I used my scissors to kind of lightly scribe so I know where to cut. And I'll go ahead and do that now. Piece number 2. I'm going to pull off a really long piece of artificial sinew, just to make sure I have enough to go all the way around the pouch. Alright, well, before we get going on this, I just want to say, I'll be the first to admit, I do not know how to sew. I think what I'm going to be using is a mutated version of the running stitch. I don't even know if that's what it's called or not. I mean, you guys feel free to use whatever stitch whatever stitch you're comfortable with. Like I said, I'm not even 100% sure what I'm doing here, but this is how I've always pretended to sew, and it's always seemed to work for me. So like I said, don't laugh at my technique. I'll be the first to admit I'm horrible at this. Alright, I'm just getting it started here. Now I like to kind of loop it around on itself, that way it cinches down to start off with. And I have just a piece of leather here. Like I said, I know I'm not sewing the proper way, but I like to do it this way so I can see how far I'm, you know, because I want it close to the edge, but I don't want it too close to the edge. So this way, I don't know, it just kind of gives me a better perspective of where I'm sticking the needle. Like I said, I just loop over the edges. And I just do this all the way around the pouch. I'm sure watching me sew is a lot like watching paint dry. So I'm not going to bore y'all with every little stitch here. Just kind of give y'all an idea of what it is I'm doing, and then get back with y'all as progress is made. Okay, I'm at the end here, so I'm just gonna tie a knot. Finish it off. Okay, I could leave it like this, you know, with the fur out. But like I said, I'm wanting the fur in the inside to help muffle some of the sound of my slingshot ammo from clanking around. So I just got to turn this inside out, of course without ripping the stitching. Okay, well here's the finished result. Finally got it turned inside out. Probably just need to trim this top edge. There we go. Alright guys, well here's the finished product. I used my bone awl to punch some holes in there. And I had some brain tan lacing that I just ran through there to make a drawstring. Turned out pretty good. I have to say it's kind of neat seeing it go from, you know, a squirrel in the tree to being a tan hide to an actual finished product. It's a little bit of satisfaction involved with that.